accident of birth. I mean, my being here on the earth, but my even being connected to this family. I knew Manya as the father of some friends of mine, and the accident of birth I'm referring to is that my parents and Manya and Gladys were neighbors and friends in India in the 1950s. And I wasn't even alive when they knew each other then in India, although Jojo and my brother Jim were. And in fact, as children, young children, Jojo and Josna and my brother, we have photos of them as little kids. And I know my mother tells about how when my mother, I think both Gladys and Mona Mona is my mom, must have been in their 20s in India, how they took the train to, where'd you take the train to? Calcutta. And they had a great time shopping in the bazaar. They had great adventures. So this is my heritage, because again, I was not there. In fact, I didn't even exist yet. So my parents left India in the late 50s. I'm stealing my brother's story. Or in the mid 50s, but that's what younger children do. And my parents lost touch with the reggaes. And then years later, when I'll leave some of the story. Years later, by chance, we crossed paths with them again. And at that point, I discovered they had another child who was very close to my age, Sally. And then this relationship resumed. So this long history that I have inherited of having friends and acquaintances with this family who are almost like another family or other extended family in my life that I'm very grateful to have. Now I don't know what else to say. Thank you.
Being the older brother, and now that she's taken all my stories, I'm going to make some up. So, I want to talk about quantum theory. That's not working. Sometimes in this universe, well, let's think of parallel universes, parallel families. There's one here, there's one over there. And think about, as you go through this life, how the paths cross and keep crossing and crossing and keep crossing. And you go, how can that be? So, a long time ago, not that long ago, my father and I were walking on Mass Ave in Cambridge when some crazy man across the street yelled out my father's name, and my head whips around and it's that family's
1970, right?
Unbelievable. And of course the two boys look at each other, my father and Manya, and they go, "What are you doing here?" Anyway, so then I got invited, we speed forward, I got invited to a lot of dinners, Beale Street, and then up the street next to BC, and then out here in Amherst, and I used to be pretty skinny. Anyway. And, oh yeah, I forgot the part about where Jojo was in my gang in Hidgley, in Kharagpur, because we didn't really have a lot of people in the gang. And Gopi Ganguly and I, we came up with the idea that we should let her in the gang, even though she was a girl. And I think that's when the gang really got some legs. Anyway, so this is, again, a sad occasion, yet a really affirming occasion. And I'm so grateful to know you.
My friend. I'll send you my email.
Okay, ready? You touch it, you have to pick.
I know. I'm taking